Okay, I am super excited. This just came through the other day. It's the new, or it's not the new, it's the Macbook Air. It's not from 2018, 2019, but it's from 2011. It still works super good. Everything's still up to date. It's in the newest Mac OS, and I'm so excited to get into it and see what I can do with it. Okay, so I got this computer online. It's from a place you probably know. It's called Voucher. I got a super good deal on it. It's like less than half the price of what you'd pay for it new. I'm really happy with it. It's perfect size. Again, I say it was like I suggest you go and check out the website because they have some amazing deals. And this wasn't sponsored or anything. Okay, so the computer. It's the 11.6 inch computer. It's 2011. It has 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigs hard drive. So that's actually more than what I really need. Because I'm mainly going to be using it for editing and also looking stuff up and other stuff. Like, I don't know, just whatever. But I'm really happy with it, and as I say, I got it on this place called Voucher. I'll maybe put the link in the description or something. I'll try, but it's so good, and I guess I'll just show you guys what it's like and what's on it. Okay, so this is the computer. It's like not any scratches or anything on it. It's really good condition. And then if you flip it over, it's pretty plain. It's just like that in the back of what it normally is on a Mac. I mean, obviously you can tell it's been worn down a bit because, like, if you push this, like that just goes down quite easily. It's like the hinge is pretty loose. But I mean, overall, it's pretty good. So, this is a computer. It opens up pretty easily, but if you like put it down, oh, it's not actually too bad anymore. But when I first got it, the hinge on it was pretty loose. But I mean, that's fine. It was way cheaper than it would be new. So let's have a look and see what it's like. So when you open it up, it just obviously goes onto the lock screen, and then you can just put in your passwords. And also you can set this bit and this bit to like any picture or color or whatever you want. So okay, so this is it. I already have it loaded up. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is the MacBook that, or this is where I got it from. That's the website. And it works out really, really well. It is refurbished and everything, but it came with proper MacBook charger and everything. It is verified, like the actual Apple one. It's got these clips that come out on it. On the side, they just come out like that, and the wire wraps around them pretty easy. And then once that's all wrapped up, it's got a wee clip in the end, just there, and that clips all up together. And then it basically, your charger's not like lying everywhere and making a big mess and tons of space. So it came with the charger. That's something I suggest you get, because obviously they're like, I don't know, they're like sandblasted or something. But obviously we got the charger and that's really good. But one of the things I definitely would suggest getting with any MacBook, no matter if it's refurbished or new or whatever, even if it's an older model, one of the things I notice is the metal on it, it scratches quite easily because it's like almost sandblasted. I don't really know how to describe it, but I feel like it could scratch pretty easily and possibly even crack. So what I did is I went on Amazon and I got this cheap case. They're like, I think I paid like £10 for it, but honestly it's worth it to protect your computer. So I'll try and work out how this clips on, but I think it just, I had it on earlier because I've been using this MacBook for a while now, or for a few days. I think it came on Wednesday, and then these clips just clip on, And so that's the top part done, and then on the bottom, when you flip it around, it just clips on like this, and that gives you it's all protected in your Macbook. That's the case on. It folds up like this. It adds maybe like, I don't know, 3-4 millimeters on. It's not a big size difference, and all of your ports still work perfectly fine. The charger, obviously it's these magnetic ones, just clips right in and works really well. Another thing I would really suggest getting, if you're going to be doing editing or anything like that on a MacBook, or if you're going to be using it for a while, the touchpad on this is good, but it's kind of hard to use. Well, it's not hard to use, but it's like, I don't know, I just find it, I don't know, a mouse is much easier. I find a mouse is much easier, especially if you're editing, going back and forth. I edit on iMovie. What you do is just plug it in. You can get wireless ones, you can get ones that just have the wee dongle that click in, but that works. And then, I mean, it's not much more space to put in, but I mean, it works really, really well for what I need it to do, and it's super good, and I'm really happy with it. So like, another benefit of having one of these computers, I guess it works with any computer, but just from the size is so good, because it just fits in pretty much any bag I have. Just folds down to that thickness. It works super well, and it's got a big enough screen. It's, like I said, it's an 11-inch screen, 11.6-inch laptop completely. But another really good feature is, I know this works with any other computer, but the one I tend to use, it works as a power adapter, or a power bank. So if you're out and about, then that works really well, because you can just plug your phone in and it charges, or your GoPro, or your Fitbit, or your whatever. But that's a really, really good feature. But again, I know it works on any computer. I'm just saying this one's good because of the size. Okay, so another thing is it has an i5 processor, an Intel Core i5 processor, which means it's super fast. i5 came out quite a few years ago now, but it's still one of the top ones. The only one that's better, or I think the only one that's better, is an i7, and then it gets onto you're paying £1,000 for a computer easily. Okay, so this computer, it's 15.6 millimeters thick, and it weighs 2.75 pounds. So that's a really good size. But it also has a 1.6 gigahertz base clock with a turbo of up to 3.6 gigahertz. And yeah, I don't really know the specs that well. I just looking them up at the moment now. I don't know, but I mean, it seems to be really good. Like, it seems to be working all the time, and the speakers are good on it. So on the side here, there's the charging port, then there's a USB, and then there's a headphone jack, and then on this side there's another USB, and this port is for attaching a dongle to go in, or let it go into an HDMI or an Ethernet, or I don't know. It's just like the port, and you have to buy this wee thing separately, but you can get them on Amazon for a couple pounds, or you can spend more if you want a better one. But I got one on the way, and I think I paid like £2 for it, and that'll let me use it for an HDMI, because I quite often hook up to a monitor, so I've got a slightly bigger screen if I need to, but also have better speakers. But the speakers on this are actually really good. They seem to work really well, so I mean, yeah. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I really enjoyed making it. This computer's so good, it's amazing, and hopefully, if you manage to get the one on Watcher, I know it says there's a sometimes it says there's a time limit on it. There's a you have to buy it within a few hours, but that's refreshed like 15 times. Like, I bought mine on Wednesday, and it said I had 20 minutes to go, and it's still, and then I went back on it today, and it said it had an hour and a half before it goes. So I don't think the time thing actually like affects it. But I mean, it's a really, for I know it's a lot of money because it is, but like for a MacBook, it's a lot cheaper than what you would pay for new or anywhere else that you can find refurbished, or for what I could see, for where I could find. That was the best deal I could see. But yeah, that's my review on my computer. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in for videos upcoming. I would like to try and do some weekly, but I just don't know how possible that is, because sometimes, I don't know, weekends can be kind of here and there, and I've not always got something really exciting going on, and then sometimes I have, so see what happens. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!